If you've just struggled overall with how to actually do certain things in your life that you want to implement, or implement like a good thinking mindset within yourself as well, the only thing that you have to understand is the way that you're trying to solve this problem is different from what the actual cause is. If you understand why this is happening, that's when you can solve it. And most people tell you that if you do not get that thing, it's because of you, it's a you problem. And it's something that you are doing to yourself because A, you're not inconsistent, which is a large common reason, or B, you're not holding yourself accountable, or C, you're just not doing the things that should get you there. The thing is, you do have to do certain things, but the things that you have to do aren't always that hard. In fact, manifesting, or anything for that matter, just requires you to be softer and gentler with yourself. And that is hard to believe at this time in your life. I totally understand how it feels to not get anything that you know that you should get, that you know that you worked for a lot, but you're still not getting it. I know that feeling. And it happens because justice is what we seek. Mainly in this day and age, whatever happens in our life, in other people's lives, the only thing that we look for is what can I gain from this, and how can I choose those things that are not aligned to me, but look aesthetic to me, but look like I need to have those things, right? And seeking those things becomes muscle memory. Just because other people want you to think kind things, you also want to think kind things then. Because you take what other people give you, because you think that is the form of justice that you are meant to receive. But, honey, what if the justice that you're meant to receive is nothing of that sort? Maybe you have to understand even more about yourself first, and maybe you need to understand that maybe perhaps you have to be stricter with yourself. Maybe it's not the fact that you have to be gentler. So, this gentleness and soft way of doing things comes from you understanding who you are and what actually aligns to you. So, no matter how much you try, and no matter in the eyes that you look for in everyone or everything, you won't get what you expect to get if you do not know if you should get it. You do not know if that is what you need. And even if you do know that's what you need, you're not getting it because you yourself have not aligned to that frequency. People are the best example for this. If you want someone, let's say a friend, that talks to you and understands you and sees you for who you are and does not try to change you, then what happens is you should start to see yourself as not a fixing up project, but also as a human being, also as someone that can be seen, also as someone that sees themselves. That's when other people can see you. So, this is the type of justice that you can give yourself. It's not from you looking at other people and thinking that justice should come externally, because, first of all, justice is what we think is right for us. And mainly, what we need in this world, we can get from ourselves. So, first, you have to give that right thing to yourself, right? Are you giving that to yourself? Then, how do you expect the external to match up? How do you expect the external to match up the energy that you want to cultivate if you do not even think about that energy or feel that energy within your bones already? Because I'm not stating this because there's a law that says that if you do this, then you're going to get this, or if you become this, then you're going to become that. It's not about becoming more, it's about mainly rising to meet your soul essence. It's about understanding who you actually are. So if you're feeling like you are not getting this thing, or you're not getting this thing from a person, then you have to ask yourself whether this is what your soul needs from you, and whether you have to rise to meet your soul. whether you have to give that to yourself first. The main reason why we go to other sources, people, for validation or any other opinion about ourselves or any other external factor, is because we do not trust ourselves enough with the fact that we need that thing. We do not trust ourselves enough with the fact that we need that thing and that is okay. We do not have that trust. If we did have that trust, we would not be asking for justice, because since we have that trust, we know that we can just automatically give that to ourselves, because we know the reason. If we know the reason, then automatically, if you have gained self awareness and self respect for yourself, you're going to do the things that take you to get there. And if you're in this video, you obviously have tried to not be inconsistent. But the thing is, here you're not being inconsistent per se, because when in the means of rising to meet your soul and remembering what your soul needs, in that process, the God that you believe in or the divinity that is you does not expect you to be perfect. It does not expect you to rise in an instant, because that divinity just stands by you and supports you and tells you that every single moment of the way it is there to guide you back. So every single time of the day when you're feeling discouraged of not gaining that external result, it's just that divinity in you saying that maybe you have to be guided back inwards to see and remember what you actually need, or to see and remember what you actually can do to meet your soul again. Yes, by doing certain things outside of you, you get to meet your soul, but you shouldn't repetitively do that. And the duty that you have to your divinity is to do that thing. But yes, the thing is, divinity does not ask you to be perfect. Divinity does not ask you to make schedules, make planners, and have a daily routine and be consistent. No, it asks you to be present with yourself. It asks you sometimes to stop everything that you're doing and sit with yourself and give the energy that you need for yourself instead of seeking it from other people. It requires you to be happy. It requires you to be joyful. If you feel abundant, then why would you look at other things as a means of you then are going to feel abundant? Your goals are going to completely shift. It's going to be about how can you make every single day a magical heaven for you, so that you can be more present with yourself, or you can be more not consistent but more imperfectly perfectly you, right? So people can't rise to meet you. Everyone can be themselves. It's not about whether people don't rise to meet you or whether you do not rise to meet them. It's about them rising to meet themselves and you rising to meet yourself. Video is about how what you're trying to do and what creative project you're probably pursuing, or what thing that you're trying to seek external of you is, you're not getting it because of not inconsistency, but because of a much deeper thing that is composed of many different things. And if you've watched till the end of this video, you've probably understood where it is that you're lacking. And from these steps that I'm going to say right now, it's going to be much easier to summarize what you've learned from this video. So the first step is see what calms you, choose what makes you softer. The normal metaphor that we get from certain quotes on social media and whatever, it's that we have to step out of our comfort zone, be confident, and then do the things that excite us. But at a certain stage, going out of your comfort zone a lot does not benefit you. In fact, it dysregulates your nervous system even more. In this moment, when you're in moments of stress or agony or sadness, what it is that you have to do is become present with yourself, right? It is to remember that divine essence within you. So in those moments, you're not supposed to do what excites you. You're not supposed to go after something. You're supposed to see what calms you more. So you can become softer by implementing the things that actually make you happy, that actually seem like it stops time, because time is a very, very immense pressurizing thing for us these days, time and social media. So try to see how you can implement that calmness in your life instead of these two things. And I know that you are a very, very perseverant warrior if you've tried to not be inconsistent. Perhaps try changing the way that you go about this goal by first learning what it is that makes you more happier in life and what hobbies that you can implement more, so that this process, this journey becomes much less stressful for you. And maybe the process changes in certain circumstances when you understand that happiness comes from different ways and it does not come from stress. But as you go through this first step, it just opens eyes for you. And the second step is alignment isn't forced. Instead of forced expectation from your ego, welcome a gentle bow to the divine essence in you. So, as I said, you have to become aligned to what your soul needs from you, right? But that doesn't mean at all that you have to forcefully expect your soul to be a certain way. I tell soul because I believe that we have innate dreams in us that we want to accomplish, or innate things that make us happy. Let's put it that way. So when you have those innate things, you could not expect yourself to do something entirely different from that, because that just makes you happy, right? And this doesn't have to be some great extravagant thing. It could just be sitting in silence for a few days in the morning and seeing how your nervous system has changed now. So it's just those small acts that you can start that really builds that self trust and really enforces this not forcing yourself to expect more of yourself. Instead, look at and expect that you will always have that divine essence within you that does not require a critic by its side. It just needs you by its side. Alignment isn't forced, alignment isn't discipline. It's just the conscious decision to do the things that you really, really need. And that can mean anything. For me, it was while studying, if I had a sudden download about an idea or a sudden emotional ruckus of what has happened in my day, then I just pushed everything away and sat with myself, and maybe I consoled myself for a bit, and that actually made me feel okay. So, and that also made me feel more fresh in again studying. So it's about doing these things that we think that we should just power through, that actually make us live a more happier life. And in the olden days, people did do this. People did not power through like we do. People did not have this much pressure on themselves, I believe, because we just love to believe that there was a world where this did not happen to other people. But the thing is, also everyone experiences this, and I think it's a much deeper thing than just being inconsistent, because that's just like shaming yourself. I do not want you to shame yourself. I want you to understand that you are enough, and you can do those things that make you happy and still succeed. So that's the main thing of this video that you have to take. If you're resonant to any of my videos and if you've been commenting, I read every one of those comments. The thing is, I do not directly respond to them because I really encourage this safe space between us, and I really encourage this communicative energy to be protected. So I do not want to heart some comments and leave the rest. I read every one of them. It helps me generate more things that actually can help us solve those small problems that take our time and energy away. So I really think that this is going to work out for all of you, and I hope this little endeavor of mine has been hopefully very, very beneficial in your life.